Well, like I have said earlier, a study we have done, an investigation in 2017 shows that because of Boko Haram crisis, a whole generation of children are going to miss out on education. That is a big problem on its own. Now, if you add that to the disaster we are having in the north central and northwest, you realize that the figures are big and scary. And the trauma that comes with being abducted or with the fear of being abducted is going to prevent thousands of children from getting education completely. And we also have to consider the fact that in many rural areas, children play a role in the household, and so many people have to be, so many parents have to make a lot of sacrifice to allow their children to go to school. Like they use those children to fetch water, to fetch firewood, for the family, and they have to sacrifice that to allow them to go to school. Now, with this incident, with these failures, you are bound to see the picture that is going to emerge, which is that education is going to suffer more and more setback, especially in northern Nigeria, and people will be scary of going to school, and parents will be more skeptical about allowing their children to go to school. And what that will mean in the overall is that we are going to have another generation of another set of children without education completely. And if you add that to over 12 million out of school children that we have, and you know what the picture will look like, grim and dangerous. And that is why we have to take this matter very seriously. And to address it is not something that can happen at once, but we have to address it because a situation whereby people, criminals, and monstrous people who will carry arms and just carry children from school, and the next thing you hear, everyone is doing the easiest thing, which is, okay, we have closed schools. We are bowing to them. We are showing a lot of weakness as a state to them. We are showing that we cannot protect people, and the bandits and the killers can have their way, can abduct children. Therefore, the only easiest thing we can do is to close down the schools, which means that they are more powerful than the state, and they are more capable of doing what they want to do than the state. And this is a very big problem that has to be addressed. And another big problem that we are not even talking about is the corruption. The corruption and injustice that are perpetuating all this problem, increasing poverty, the collapse of the local government system, the diversion of funds meant for local government, which has created enormous amounts of ungoverned spaces, because these local governments where these things are taking place are very remote. And after every abduction, when you look at the picture of classrooms and the students' hostels, you see a picture of deplorable situation. The hostels, for example, the one in Kebbi, there is no way a human being can live in that place. No way. I don't think that it is reasonable to allow any human being, not to talk of somebody who is seeking education. So all these things are big and they are really serious. The future of this country is at risk, and we have to be talking about things. And apart from talking, action has to be taken. The issue has to be approached in so many ways. Apart from the military and other intelligence issues, we also have to address corruption and injustice. And the governors have to tell themselves the truth. The local governments are not working. And because local governments are not working, we have enormous ungoverned spaces. And because we have enormous ungoverned spaces, the gunmen have a free rein. They find it very easier to go and abduct 300 children and disappear with them without anybody taking action to rescue those children. And we are only talking about negotiation or whatever, and people are even spreading rumors about millions being paid to these people.